Recording in progress. That's all right. All right. If we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. I'll call this meeting to order at 7:00 p.m. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Von Crooks.
Here.
Benedetti.
Here.
Cabawatton.
Present.
Pate. Here. Perugi.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Rizeppa.
Here.
Quorum present, Mayor Rizeppa.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First item we have on the agenda is minute approval for the March 6th, 2023
So moved.
regular meeting
Support.
and March 14th, 2023 special meeting. It has been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. All right, next up we have public comment regarding items on today's agenda. This portion of public comment is exclusively for items on today's agenda. We'll have another opportunity for all other public comment later on the agenda. I'd ask that anyone wishing to speak, please begin with their name and address. Limit your comment to 5 minutes, and please direct all questions through me. We'll go to anyone in person first, then those on the Zoom. If you are looking to participate on Zoom, please use the raise hand function under either participants or reactions, and we'll get you queued up from there. All right, not seeing any, and nobody else in the waiting room. Zoom. We'll move right on along here. So we'll go to groups and organizations. First off here, we've got Friends of the Detroit River, the annual Detroit River Cleanup Project, and we have Mr. Burns here too, if you wanted to go up to speak about it at all by any chance.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. I'm Robert Burns. I'm with the Friends of Detroit River. I'm here to talk about our cleanup we have coming up on April 22nd. And I think this is close to our 20th year that we've done it. And the City of Trenton is partnering with us every year and helping us out. And we're looking to meet at the Trenton Rotary Boat Launch. That's Trenton Rotary Park at the foot of Harrison Street. We're meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we're looking for volunteers who'd like to come out and help us out. We'll be doing sites around the Trenton area as well as out on the river. And we'll be working from 9 o'clock till around noon. And at that point, we'll have a lunch for everybody. They'll come back to the park, we'll weigh out the trash, have lunch, and be done probably by about 1 o'clock or so. So again, we've partnering with the City of Trenton here for a number of years, and we hopefully look forward to being able to do it again this year.
So moved.
Support.
It has been moved and supported to approve the use of the park here for the cleanup project. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you guys for all you do, really.
Well, again, thank you for, like I say, the support we get from the city and the stewardship that we get for the work we do out on the Detroit River, trying to clean it up and make it good for everybody in the community. So your support really helps us out. So thank you very much.
You guys make it easy. So
Thank you.
thank you. We appreciate it. Take care. All right, next up, we have under groups and organizations, the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 426 VFW Post 1888 Annual Poppy Distribution. Madam Clerk, if you could take this.
Sure. The American Legion Auxiliary Unit 426 and VF Post 1888 is looking for permission to do their annual poppy distribution, and they're looking to do this in the city of Trenton on May 11th, 12th, and 13th, and this would be under the direction of the police department and also pending civic commission approval.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. Thank you. All right, moving on our agenda here. First item we have, our city attorney will take the approval and inclusion of the national opioid settlement.
Yes, approximately 4 months ago, the state offered the city the opportunity to participate in the class action through the state filings. We now have additional defendants listed, and which are part of this class action and ready to pay on a separate action, of which the city will derive some funds. The action this time will be about Teva, Allergen, CVS, and Walmart. We have only until April 18 to participate in the settlement. It is recommended that you provide the city administrator the authority and direct him to sign the participation documents.
So moved.
Support.
It has been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. Thank you, Alan. All right, next up, we have 2 items from our controller here. First off being the wastewater treatment plant server replacement.
Thank you, Mayor. IT Right has recommended that we replace a 2012 and 2003 server and migrate all files over. This upgrade is needed due to security issues presented by the older servers and the fact that both servers are no longer serviceable in the event of a failure.
So moved.
Support.
Been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Councilman Ferrugi?
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Do we know if that'll include the file transfer, that whole bid?
Yes, it does
Okay.
say the files, to
Okay,
migrate the
just making sure. I'm
files
sorry, I
over.
missed
so,
that. Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you, Councilman. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. And we've got, next up, PA 202, Retirement Corrective Action Plan Monitoring Notice of Compliance.
Yes, so I have attached the letter from the state of Michigan, just stating that we have done what we said we would do, contributed our additional $50,000 a year for the last 5 years, and the Municipal Stability Board has reviewed our corrective action plan and found us to be in compliance.
So moved.
Support.
It's moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. Thank you, Karen. All right, next up we have from our DPS director and city engineering firm, ADA ramps construction along West Jefferson between Truax and 4th Streets. Just take it away, Kevin.
Thanks, Mayor. Most of the ramps at intersections on West Jefferson between Truax and 4th Streets are not compliant with ADA accessibility. The city is considering reconstruction of all the ramps that are not ADA compliant to provide for ADA accessibility. Therefore, I am requesting City Council to authorize preparation of plans, details, specifications, and bidding documents, and solicitation of bids for the reconstruction of all ramps along West Jefferson between Truax and 4th Streets that are not ADA compliant to provide for ADA accessibility.
So moved. Support.
Support.
It has been moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered. Thank you. Then next up, we have Lathrop Street rehabilitation and municipal parking lot pavement replacement adjacent to Trenton Printing.
Thank you. Lathrop Street is in dire need for rehabilitation due to the deteriorated condition of the surface. Based on available funds, the rehabilitation is limited to pulverizing the existing pavement surface, grading of the pulverized areas, and construction of a 4-inch asphalt cap. Drainage will remain as is. The municipal parking lot adjacent to Trenton Printing is also in dire need for reconstruction due to the deteriorated condition of the surface. The pavement replacement of the parking lot consists of complete removal of the pavement and base and replacement with new base material, sub-drains, structure adjustment, new asphalt surface, striping, and resetting of the bumper blocks. Therefore, I am requesting City Council to authorize preparation of specifications and bidding documents and solicitation of bids for the rehabilitation of Lathrop Street and the pavement replacement of the municipal parking lot adjacent to Trenton Printing.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Is there any further discussion? Councilman Kabawatan?
Hey, Kevin, the pulverization approach, has the city done that before, or is this something new that you've worked?
New to me, I guess there's just not enough surface left for a full milling.
Okay.
So pulverization's the best method. That way they'll use that as some of the sub base.
And the base is still
Yep.
solid at this point in
Yes.
time, so you've got good drainage and everything. Okay.
Correct.
All right, very good.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, next up, we have our wastewater treatment plant superintendent, Sean O'Day, urgent authorization of replacement of magnetic bearing controller.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Yes, tonight we have a request for the magnetic bearing controller for the, it's for one of the blowers at the wastewater plant. And the magnetic bearing controller is a major component for these blowers in the plant. And we need these blowers to actually add large volumes of air to the secondary portion of the plant. You can almost think of it as like your lung in your body. So we have 3 of them. When one goes down, it's urgent. If the next one goes down, it's an emergency. So we're trying to get this headed off at the pass. These blowers are not very old, so there's some back and forth I have with the manufacturer going on right now, trying to determine what is the underlying cause of these problems. We have a couple theories. One of them is the blowers were designed for the secondary system when we had Solutia as one of our customers on the system, and now they're gone, so that loading, the pollution that they gave us is now gone, so you needed the blowers to handle that amount of pollution at that portion of time. So we're considering purchasing possibly a set of smaller blowers in the future, so we're gonna work with the engineer and consider future possibilities to downsize this part of the system. But in the meantime, we have to replace this component here. I got a quote. Of course, the prices went up this year. So the quote with the technician site visit totals $23,489.78. I request to obtain that.
I would so move.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Councilwoman Rodriguez?
Hi there, how are you?
Doing
Thanks
good.
for
How you
speaking
doing?
with me earlier today. So I just have a couple of questions. Were you able to reach back out to them and see if they were willing to still give you the 10-year warranty that you requested?
I'm working with the manufacturer rep right now, and they're waiting to hear back from the factory, the actual Salzer company.
Okay.
So the local rep is Detroit Pump, and that's who we have to work through. But they have engineers that, work on these throughout the system, throughout the United States.
Okay.
And-
And when I was reading through this, and I also double-checked with you, so originally this is made in Finland?
Yes,
And then we have an actual parts supplier here in the States?
yes,
Okay.
right.
All right.
That's the Salzer company. Yeah,
Okay.
They have a United States operation. But these components are made in Europe.
Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate
Okay,
it.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Councilman Peruggi?
Yes, you said they're relatively new. Do we know the age for certain?
2016.
And then so based on Councilwoman Rodriguez, does it fall under the warranty?
There was no warranty that I was able to find other than an implied installation warranty. These blowers are probably $150,000 a piece.
Wow.
I would have entertained some kind of service contract back at the installation, but that probably would have been $30,000 a year. So I'm waiting to hear from them. I'd like to have some kind of, comfort going forward that this component will last a couple more years than we've been getting
All
on
right.
these.
Now, who's actually going to be doing the assessing of the failure, how it failed? Who's actually going to be doing that?
Hopefully they would find something internally that Salzer company themselves, but so far they have not. We actually last year sent one to a company called Northline Industrial up in Livonia, and they did the autopsy on the device and could not find anything, any smoking gun inside there. And it didn't help that they don't have the proprietary schematics for this device too. And this component's probably about the size of this podium. We've ripped one apart. There's a lot of electronics in there. It's kind of disconcerting that they fail and they just tell us we have to buy a new one. That's,
Well, if there's something we're not doing right, or there's something that's causing, you kind of like to know to avoid it. At this point, you're not helping us much by just spending more money. It doesn't make sense to me. That's why I asked that question. But thank you for your answer.
right. The downsizing is one theory that we're running with, because of the cooling of these electronics. A lot of electronics need to have lots of air to cool them, and if you're running it at a slower speed, you're not getting the air movement to cool it properly.
Okay.
So it's kind of some geek talk, but we're going to
thank
try to
you.
find out. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously sorted. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have two items here from our Mayor Pro Tem, Councilwoman Pate. First being a request to schedule a study session budget presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to move to schedule a study session immediately following the April 3rd, 2023 regular meeting for the purpose of viewing the mayor's presentation and the overview of the proposed fiscal year 2023-2024 budget.
Support.
This has been moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd also like to move to schedule a study session, to be held on Wednesday, April 5th, Tuesday, April 11th, and Thursday, April 13th, 2023 at 6 p.m. Each of those meetings at 6.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Councilwoman Pate?
Yeah, I'd just like to add that, we obviously need one for sure. 2 would be nice, and the third is there to be optional
Sure.
if we need it.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, that is very important. So, I mean, or you guys could just, pass it without looking at it. That's fine too.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. All right. So moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you.
Couple more.
Madam Clerk, did you have any late items tonight?
No, I do not.
All right. Thank you. And then we'll go back to Councilwoman Pate here too for our disbursements and statements and then our reports.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to move to approve the authorized disbursements of March 20th, 2023 in the amount of $971,654 and 66 cents, although I think there could be a decimal and
Oh, comma.
comma
Yeah.
issue there. So I hope I
Yes.
said that properly.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, you got it. All right. We've got a motion.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you. I'd like to move to approve the financial summary of February 28th, 2023, the schedule of investments and cash on hand, February 28th, 2023, the City Beautiful Commission minutes, February 1st, 2023, the Civic Commission minutes, February 6th, 2023, the Historical Commission minutes of February 13th, 2023, the Fire and Police Pension Board draft minutes of March 25th, 2023, the Fire Department Monthly Report, February 2023, and the Police Department Monthly Report of February 2023.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, it is unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Right, we'll go to other council business now, and I'll get things started with, I have nothing for everyone tonight, so, even more brief than normal. But we'll go, then get started with Councilwoman Pate.
Thank you. I'd just like to announce that we are meeting at the Trenton Library on Wednesday at 6 p.m., I believe, for Trail Town. And if you'd like to know more about it, you'd like to help out, please join us. And that's all I have for today.
Great, thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Perugia.
I have nothing tonight, Mayor. I give it to Scott.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
Councilman Cabot-Watton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just one thing tonight. I just wanted to congratulations to Trenton in general. Apparently, we were WCSX's City of the Week last week. I noticed that on Facebook or something like that. So, congratulations. We were City of the Week. So, and that can be a testament to all the services and the great community we live in. So, again, everybody over here and all your staff, thank you for everything you do to make us WCSX's City of the Week. So, and many other awards. So, thank you. That's all I have, Mayor.
Great, thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Rodriguez.
So I just have a question for you, Mayor. Any response from DTE in regards to that letter? I know it's probably way too early because it's only been, 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks?
Sure. Well, yeah, the letter I sent was to the Public Service Commission and our legislators. I've talked to both of our legislators about it very extensively. But at this point, nothing definitive. I know they did have a hearing last Wednesday in front of the state legislature about it. And actually, there are some upcoming public hearings that they have, too. I unfortunately don't have those dates in front of me, unless this is actually, just wanted to see if this is, I might actually have this here, so I will. Yes, it is actually, tomorrow at 9 a.m. via Zoom. And that information is, it's on board docs here for us, but it should be on the state's website, too. But so, in short, no, unfortunately, I haven't gotten a formal response or anything like that, but I don't know that I would necessarily expect one. Just I think that the message has been getting across a little bit, so, yeah.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Von Crooks.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'd just like to say I'm glad to be back. Good to see all of you, and I missed all you guys, and of course, City Hall. One thing I'd like to make note of, I don't know if it was talked about while I wasn't here, but I'd just like to give condolences to the Mary Batchelor's family. I don't know if it was brought up before, but Mary was our former city assessor, and she passed away a few weeks ago, and I'd just like to give us, condolences to their family. Mary was a great, great city assessor, and obviously John Dahlquist filled her shoes and did a great job also. But Mary was a very, very significant part of the community, and she really knew her stuff, and she was like one of the first fourth level assessors that Wayne County had, and she did a lot of, she had a lot of knowledge and a lot of people, gravitated to. So I just like to say I'm sorry to hear about her passing and give our condolences from the city to her family.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We did do a moment of silence
Good job.
a little while back,
I
but as a
didn't hear
whole, yeah, she was a really great lady. And actually, yeah, just saw her, well, it was probably about 2 years or so, a year and a half ago or now, but yeah.
Yeah, she was a great lady. Well, I'm sorry I missed that, but I just like to say something since I was here the whole time she was here. So that's it, but that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman. And Councilman Benedetti.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Alrighty. Madam Clerk, do you have anything for us?
I'll just remind everybody, the next council meeting is Monday, April 3rd at 7 PM, and there will be a budget presentation to follow.
All right, thank you. Madam Assessor, do you have anything?
Hi, I would like to let all of our property owners know that tomorrow from 3 to 9 p.m. is the last day to appeal at the March Board of Review.
Great, thank you very much. Mr. Treasurer, do you have anything?
No, nothing tonight. Thank you. Have a great week.
Thank you very much, Mike. We appreciate it. All right. Do any of our department heads have anything? All right, nope. Anyone on the Zoom here? Department heads? Any hands? Nope. Last call. So we will now go to public comment. We'll go to any in-person comment first, then those on the Zoom. If anyone wishing to speak on the Zoom, please put your hand up under the either participants or raise hand reactions function there. That's that anyone wishing to speak begins with their name and address, limits their comments to 5 minutes, and directs all questions through me. So, take it away, sir.
How you doing? My name is Sean Laney. I live at 2560 Riverside Drive. I'm speaking on the alleyway between Elm and Church. The pavement stretch there has never been resurfaced. It looks like all the alleyway from West Road all the way down has been done before, but the alleyway between Elm and Cherry is in terrible, terrible shape. I think it was patched maybe last week, but it's really horrible, and I don't know if that's ever been looked at before. The other thing is the building, the dreaded animal crackers. Some of the cement awning on the Elm side has fell. It's maybe 1 inch cement plaster started falling. So just want to bring that up to everybody's attention as well.
No, I appreciate that. I'll definitely, we'll get that relayed to our building official to go take a look at that.
I don't know if there's any reason why our alleyway has never been paved. Not sure why that was.
Off the top of my head,
I
I don't know, but no, I appreciate you
It's
bringing
weird
it.
how this, between those blocks has never been touched, so that's all.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, and so hopefully, I unfortunately don't have the answer for you right now, but we'll
Sure.
find a way to get that taken care of and at least get someone out to take a look at. And I probably will go myself too this week. So
Yeah, it's bad.
cool.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you bringing it to our attention.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Do we have any additional public comment? Nope. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Mayor Zeppa and council members. My name is Ed Moss. I live at 18207 Valade in Riverview. Before I get into what brought me here tonight, I just wanted to give my sympathies to the city for the damage I saw, and quite extensive in some areas, from last month's ice storm. Hopefully the city has either recovered or is doing well in its recovery from that. The reason I'm here tonight is because I am running against Andrew Swift to be mayor of Riverview. Before I get into a couple of things I'd like to discuss and some information I'd like to share with all of you as well as the rest of the city, I'll give you a little background on myself. My family moved to the Downriver area before I was 2. I grew up in the city. I moved away for a number of years, but then I came back in 2013 to take care of my father before he passed away. Shortly thereafter, I moved to Riverview, and I have been there ever since. The reason I wanted to run for mayor is because I saw on Zoom the board meeting with the Wayne County Board of whatever that was about the landfill, and I was totally embarrassed by Mayor Swift and his insistent his insistence about expanding the landfill when I feel like he deceived and certainly, I think, manipulated a lot of the situation with the residents of Riverview, myself being one of them. Based on that, it didn't take too long before I decided to throw my hat in the ring. And that's basically how that came about. One of the things I did want to update all of you on with the landfill is since that time and very rapidly thereafter, Mayor Swift has stated that he does want to close the landfill. Now, with the last cell of the landfill opening within the last 10 days, it will take approximately 10 years before it's full, and then shortly thereafter it will be capped. And from what Mayor Swift has said, I don't know if he has any immediate plans thereafter, but it's going to remain that way in his view in perpetuity, and I'm sure well past the time that he is mayor. My view is at some point afterwards, probably within 15 to 25 years, I would actually like to go in there if I can, if it's not cost prohibitive, clean out what is left that hasn't biodegraded, and then conceivably down the road, get some non-contaminated dirt, fill it in, and open it up to either residential or businesses, and probably residential, since there are already houses on the other side in the area of it. The other thing I wanted to, actually before I get into the other thing, the other reason I'm here is because I get the feeling Mayor Swift has not been too cooperative with this city as well as Trenton and Brownstown. And as far as I'm concerned, I am pretty open, honest, and transparent with everybody. I certainly would be with this city. One of the first things I would want to do upon becoming mayor is to have a sit down with Mayor Rizeppa, talk about some of the differences between our two cities, and see if we can work on bridging the gap that may be a chasm by now due to Mayor Swift and perhaps previous administration. I don't know when it comes to that part as of right now, but that's what I suspect. The other thing that all of you may or may not be familiar with is in December, the city of Riverview passed a marijuana proposal to legalize it. Subsequently thereafter, a former council member put out a petition to have it put on the ballot to have it repealed, in which he was successful on. Whether or not that's going to be on the August ballot or November ballot will be determined as to whether or not there's a primary in Riverview. 2 years ago with City Council, there was a primary for the first time since anybody could remember. And I suspect this time, given the divisiveness within the city of Riverview, that I would think that there would be a primary. With that having been said, the first dispensary is supposed to open, for those of you who are familiar with it, by the mobile gas station on Fort and Sibley. It's supposed to be somewhere, I think, behind it and over the side, but no building has started as of yet, and the due date for it being open is unknown. However, if the proposal passes and it gets repealed, every business that opens is going to have to immediately close their doors as of January 1st, 2024 at midnight. And other than that, if any of you have any questions, I'll be around here for some time to answer them, and if I know it. Other than that, I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. All right. Do we have any further public comment? Let's see, not seeing any on the Zoom. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Moved and supported for adjournment at 7:28 p.m. So no further